Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School, Taif. I am Miss Bushra Tanveer. This is Social Studies class for grade 8. This is our 11th video of this Social Study class. In this video, we shall discuss chapter number 12. Dear students, after today's lesson, we shall be able to understand the text given in chapter 12. We shall be able to understand the MCQs, short question answer and the long question answer from the exercise. Dear students, today we shall discuss chapter number 12, Pakistan Chronology 1917 to 2008. As you know that the few events we discussed in our previous video, the events start from 1917 till 1993. All these topics or the events we discussed in our previous video or in the previous lecture. Now today we shall start our lesson number 12 from the subheading which is given in this page. Our lesson 12 is also continue in this video. The subheading of this chapter 12, 1996 to 97, President Laghari dismissed Bhutto and her government at the end of 1996. New elections brought former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif back to power with a huge majority. He began a vast program to boost exports and industry, reduce prices and give people jobs. The National Assembly also passed a law which curtailed the President's power to dismiss Parliament. Dear students, if we shall continue the discussion in the previous paragraph, we shall discuss about the condition, or we can say that about the relation of Pakistan and India. So in 1993 till 1996, in this era, both countries admitted to having a nuclear capability. Fighting increased along the ceasefire line in Kashmir. Bombing and political violence spread through the country, especially in Lahore. There was instability and protest across the country. Then in the next era, 1996 to 97, on that time, Farooq Ahmad Laghari was the president, and Laghari dismissed Bhutto and her government at the end of 1996, and later on, when the new election held on that time, Nawaz Sharif belongs to Pakistan Muslim League, took the control or are back to power with a huge majority, and he began a vast program to boost exports and industry. It means that he gave the many facilities to the people, and also in that era the National Assembly passed a law which is that the President powers to dismiss Parliament is also discussed in that era. And in the era of 1996 to 97, Pakistan borrowed huge sum of money from the IMF and World Bank to boost its failing economy. President Laghari unexpectedly resigned in December 1997 and was replaced by Nawaz Sharif. Friends, Muhammad Rafiq Tarat was appointed as a president and who reinforced the Prime Minister power. After the dismissal of Laghari, Muhammad Rafiq Tarar was the president of Pakistan. Now we shall see the next subheading of the chapter 1998. In response to India's testing its nuclear capability in early May 1998, Pakistan exploded its nuclear bomb at Chagi, Balochistan on 28 May 1998. Tension between India and Pakistan reached a high level. In this paragraph, before in the previous paragraph, I told you about the atomic nuclear capability of India. So, in the response of that, Pakistan also tested a nuclear bomb in May 1998 at the place of Chagi in Balochistan. So, at that time, both countries have the bad relation, or the condition was very tense between both countries in Pakistan and India. Now in the next subheading 1999, Benazir Bhutto and her husband were found guilty of corruption in a Pakistani court, sentenced to a prison term and fined USS 8.6 million. Benazir Bhutto was out of the country at that time and remained in exile till October 2007, while her husband was arrested and jailed. So in this era, 1999 is discussed about the leader of Benazir Bhutto. She belongs to Pakistan People's Party, and she was found guilty, means that due to the corruption, she was found guilty and was fined $8.6 million, and her husband was also arrested due to this corruption, and her husband was arrested and jailed, and Benazir Bhutto left the country and he settled in another country, and he exited from the Pakistan. In that time, or in the era of 1999, Indian Prime Minister Vajpayee drove by bus from New Delhi to Lahore, where he signed a treaty with Nawaz Sharif not to use nuclear weapons. But later the conflict in Kashmir intensified with the Kargil episode. Means there is also event which is held in this era, 1999, is called the Kargil incident or the event. Now we shall see the next event or the era of 12 October 1999. General Pervez Musharraf, Chief of Army Staff, was on a commercial flight from Sri Lanka to Karachi when Nawaz Sharif dramatically ordered that no airport in Pakistan must follow the aircraft to land, even though fuel was running low. In this paragraph, we shall discuss about the Chief of Army Staff. On that time, General Pervez Musharraf was the Chief of Army Staff, and he was coming back in a commercial flight from Sri Lanka to Karachi, but by the order of Nawaz Sharif, the flight is not going to be landed, and there was a problem of that. So he intended aircraft landed even though fuel was running. He intended to replace Musharraf, but the army staff ousted Nawaz Sharif and the government was overthrown. It means that also that on that time the parliament was dissolved and Musharraf took over control of the country, but kept Tarar as a president for the, on that time Rafiq Tarar was the president, and he still was the president on that era, and Muhammad Nawaz Sharif was tried on many charges and sentenced to imprisonment, but he and his family were later pardoned and sent into exile in Saudi Arabia. Means after a lot of can say the many he had many charges, so due to that he was imprisoned, and after that he was exiled from Pakistan and he settled down in Saudi Arabia in that era in 1999 when Pervez Musharraf was the Chief of Army Staff of Pakistan. Next subheading 2000, in era 2000 to 2001, an accountability process was begun by a special bureau set up by General Musharraf. The Supreme Court validated the army take over and gave a 3 years deadline for elections. In June 2001, General Pervez Musharraf took oath as the President of Pakistan. So, in that time, 2000 to 2001, General Pervez Musharraf was the Chief of Army Staff and he took control the whole country. But later on, by the order of the Supreme Court, the election deadline was given to him that within a 3 years the election will be held. And in June 2001, General Pervez Musharraf took oath as a President of Pakistan, and local bodies polls were planned and held Pakistan to bring in devolution of power. Political changes and the natural conditions had a negative effect on national economy. In the same year, the 9/11 incident, we shall discuss the disaster of 11 September 2001 in New York brought Pakistan into focus as the USA launched attack on Afghanistan. As an ally, Pakistan once again received generous financial support from the Western power, especially the USA. So in 2001 also the incident was held in 9/11. On that time, the very big tower of the building which have to demolished in America, and due to that the Pakistan also have the financial problem over there, because the Pakistan also have took a loan from the America, and also the America helped the Pakistan financially. After this decision, there was the condition was very serious due to the incident. Now this paragraph we shall discuss about the era 2002 to 2007, the rule of General Musharraf with the nominated National Security Council of military men and civilians, though technically not democratic, gave Pakistan 4 years of relative stability. Elections were held in October 2002. The voting age was 18 years and above, and a condition was set for candidates to be graduate. Mir Zafrullah Khan Jamali was sworn in as Prime Minister. Mir Jamali resigned in June 2004 and was replaced by interim Prime Minister Chaudhry Shujat Hussain. In this era 2002 to 2007, you can see on your computer screen, this is a picture of Mr. Jamali, Mir Zafrullah Khan Jamali. He was the Prime Minister on that time, and later on in 2004 he resigned, and then Chaudhry Shujat was appointed as a Prime Minister of Pakistan. Election was held in October 2002, and the voting age was 18 years, and other conditions which are also discussed over here, that the people for a candidate that should be graduate, means the education of that person who was appointed as a parliamentarian. The education policies that that person should be graduate, otherwise that person should not be get the ticket from the parliament. And into the National Assembly also completed this the first time in the history of Pakistan. National Assembly completed this term, means the 5 years, and it happened under the leadership of General Musharraf. He was re-elected president in October 2007. And Pakistan economy on that time, Pakistan economy steadily improved due to a stability. The debt decreased and the growth rate increased in that era, in that time. Dear students, now we shall see the next paragraph or the subheading from this chapter. Shaukat Aziz was elected Prime Minister in August 2004 and continued to hold office till November 2007, when the National Assembly was dissolved on completion of its 5 years term. This was the first time ever in the history of Pakistan that the National Assembly completed its term. It happened under the leadership of General Musharraf. He was elected president in October 2007. So now in this paragraph we shall discuss about the Prime Minister of Shaukat Aziz. And Shaukat Aziz was the Prime Minister of Pakistan to 2004 till 2007, and General Musharraf was the president on that time. And this was the first time in the history that the Pakistan the National Assembly was the first time complete its period, and that is the first time happened in Pakistan under the leadership of General Musharraf. And in the leadership of General Musharraf, there is also many changes held in Pakistan, that Pakistan economy was improved and the debt decreased and the growth rate increased in the era of General Musharraf. Now we shall see the next paragraph of the chapter. In 2007, a series of decisions and events regarding the constitution and the judiciary made the Musharraf government unpopular. The removal of judges in March 2007 led to a nationwide protest by the lawyers lasting more than a year. The signing of the National Reconciliation Ordinance (NRO) in October 2007 enabled PPP and later PML-N leader Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif to return to Pakistan for the election scheduled in January 2008. So in this paragraph, the thing which is discussed over here, that the National Assembly signed a agreement which is called the National Reconciliation Ordinance (NRO), and after that the Pakistani leader Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif, Benazir Bhutto who belongs to the Pakistan People's Party, and Nawaz Sharif belongs to the Pakistan Muslim League. Nawaz returned to Pakistan after the NRO, or we can say that the National Reconciliation Ordinance. Dear students, in front of your computer screen you can see the Benazir Bhutto with the other leader of Pakistan People's Party, and this picture is when the Benazir Bhutto came to Pakistan or returned in Pakistan after the NRO. Now we shall discuss the next era, 2008. Election were postponed and held in February 2008. The Pakistan People's Party won a majority and formed the government with Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani as Prime Minister. President Musharraf resigned in August 2008 and Asif Zardari, the Benazir Bhutto's husband and co-chairman of Pakistan People's Party, were elected as president in September 2008. Dear students, after return to Pakistan, the Benazir Bhutto was killed while returning from an election rally in Rawalpindi in 27 December 2007, and after that her husband Asif Ali Zardari was elected the President of Pakistan in 2008, and Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani was appointed as a Prime Minister in 2008. Dear students, in this chapter number 12, we discussed about the events from 1970 till 2008, and all the events we had discussed clearly, and you shall read the chapter or the text given in the book 2 or 3 times, then each and every point will be clear to you. Now we shall see the MCQs from the chapter. Choose the best answer. The first MCQ: East Pakistan declared independence as Bangladesh in December. The option 1972, 1973, 1971 and 1974. The correct option is option C, 1971. In the second MCQ, Zia Zulfikar Ali Bhutto first became president, then prime minister in 1973, 1972, 1974, 1975. The correct option is 1973. And third MCQ, martial law was imposed by dash. First MCQ, Yahya Khan, option, and second option Zia-ul Haq, third option Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and the fourth option is Ayub Khan. The correct option is Ayub Khan. First martial law was imposed by Ayub Khan. MCQ number 4, in August dash Zia-ul Haq was killed in an aeroplane crash, 1986, 1985, 1987, 1988. The correct option is 1988. Now we shall see the MCQ number 5. Dash was the first female political leader of an Islamic state. Salma Agha, Fatima Jinnah, Benazir Bhutto, Dr. Farzana Ali. The correct option is Benazir Bhutto. The MCQ number 6. Pakistan exploded its nuclear bomb at Chagi in 1997, 1998, 1999 and 1996. The correct option is 1998. MCQ number 7. In the election of October 2002, the voting age was set dash years. Option A 16, option B 17, option C 18 and option D 19. The correct option is 18 years. MCQ number 8. Mir Jamali resigned in June 2002, 2003, 2004 and 2005. The correct option is 2004. MCQ number 9. Dash was the President of Pakistan in 2004. Parvez Musharraf, Rafiq Tarat, Asif Zardari, Shaukat Aziz. Parvez Musharraf is the correct option. Parvez Musharraf was the President of Pakistan in 2004. MCQ number 10. In dash, General Pervez Musharraf took oath as the President of Pakistan 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. The correct option is 2001. In 2001, Pervez Musharraf took oath as the President of Pakistan. Now we shall see the short question answer from this chapter. First question, how long did General Zia-ul Haq rule Pakistan? Give the dates. General Zia-ul Haq ruled Pakistan for 11 years, 1977 to 1988. Second question, whose government came to an end when General Musharraf took over? Nawaz Sharif's government came to an end when General Pervez Musharraf took over. Question number 3. What major international catastrophe took place in September 2001? The collapse of the Twin Towers in New York and plane attack on Pentagon by the Al-Qaeda. The event is known as 9/11. Short question number 4. How did this event affect Pakistan? Pakistan was forced into being as US ally against Afghanistan, which was then home to Al-Qaeda. Question number 5. What is the significance of 27 December 2007? Benazir Bhutto was assassinated during an election rally in Rawalpindi. Dear students, now we shall see the question answer from the exercise given in the textbook. Question number 4. What are the causes of dispute between Pakistan and India? How did this become much more dangerous in 1990s? The bone of contention between Pakistan and India has been the question of Kashmir. The earliest conflict with India took place soon after independence in January 1948. The UN intervened and decided that a plebiscite should take place so that the people of Kashmir had the choice to determine their fate. However, this has not happened even after 62 years, and this problem underlies the differences between the two countries and has led to open wars as well as ongoing Kashmiris. The most serious were the Siachen conflict and then the Kargil episode in the 1999. The situation is aggravated by the fact that both India and Pakistan have nuclear capability. Now we shall see the question number 5 from the exercise. How did Nawaz Sharif give almost dictatorial power to the Prime Minister at the expense of the President? Nawaz Sharif as Prime Minister forced 2 amendments to the Constitution. The President could not remove the Prime Minister from office, and the second, by imposing strict party discipline on MPs so that they could not vote against the leader's views. This ensured that the Prime Minister could continue to rule without being dismissed by either President or party. Dear students, the question number 6 from the exercise. How did General Musharraf come to power? What important events marked his government in 1999 to 2008? General Musharraf was out of the country, and when his flight was about to land, Nawaz Sharif ordered that no airport in Pakistan should allow it to do so, although fuel was running low, and that the plane should be diverted elsewhere, since a preceding army chief had also been relieved of his post by Nawaz Sharif. The army command may have expected problems. Dear students, the answer of this question is little bit lengthy. I read the few lines for you, and the language is very easy for you to understand. The rest of the lines from the first paragraph you shall read by yourself. Now the second paragraph of this question: within the country there was already the fallout effect of the Afghan war and ongoing Kashmir crisis. However, the Musharraf government did manage to return the economy around, to bring it political and social reforms, giving more power to people at the grassroots level, the more freedom to the media. The National Assembly for the first time completed its term. Dear students, this is the second paragraph of this answer, and it is very easy to understand you. So you have to try to learn the whole answer. This is chapter 12, and this is our last video of this social study. Our syllabus is finished, and this is the last answer of chapter number 12. Now we shall see the homework. Learn and write MCQs, short and long question answers from this chapter 12. See you in the next video. Goodbye.